right, Curtis is here with a mountain bike from his other brand, Inglis Cycles.
Yes.
Tell us the relationship again between Retrotech and Inglis.
So Inglis is just all my straight tube bikes, and Retrotech is everything under that has a curve into it. So if it looks like an old beach cruiser, it's a Retrotech, and if it has a more traditional shape, straight tubes, it's an Inglis. This year, having a larger booth, I was able to bring. Normally, I have to pick and choose, and so I've usually brought like an Inglis road bike, but I've never really got to bring an Inglis mountain bike before. So it was fun to be able to bring that. So I basically brought an Inglis and a Retrotech with a few things that we haven't been doing until now. So on this bike, we did the 44 millimeter head tube with the larger fork, going with the tapered steer. Wanted to do the press fit bottom bracket as well.
Oh wow!
And then we also did a 12 millimeter through axle.
Wow!
So we had got the dropouts from a company in Germany that's casting those, and it uses the Syntace through axle. And so got everything tooled up for that.
Right.
The reason why I wanted to show them side by side is because of the press fit bottom bracket. You can run standard cranks on with gears, and with the problem solver bottom bracket, you can actually really quickly and easily switch to a single speed and get an eccentric inside the press fit shell.
Inside the press fit?
Yeah.
Really?
So that's just a standard, problem solvers makes that, and it has a small amount. Sometimes you'll have to use a half link to get it just right, but it enables you to go have one bike that you can do both things with really easily.
And it doesn't have an eccentric.
It doesn't have it. It just has the
shell.
Wow. So it's still a really light shell, made by Paragon, and so is the head tube. So just those three things we hadn't really done yet. We'd been kind of waiting to see if these were going to stick, and we didn't want to start tooling up and going into. I hate making bikes that are outdated. You want to keep up with what's going on, but you don't want to just follow trends that are for nothing. And if a trend is only because it's in carbon or because a company is just flogging something, you want to kind of just let that one go and just stick with the ones that count. So
proven ones,
So we also built a stem for this one. On both bikes we did stems for those, and those are new for the last couple years. So.
And the rear axle?
Yep.
Is it stiffer? Is that the goal advantage? Okay.
This is a good friend of mine's bike, and I built one as well, so we're going to both be testing them and see if there's actually any stiffness difference, that we can actually notice.
Some testing going on.
Yes.
Some comparison.
So.
Right on.
And it was able to, it's nice to be able to, you go to the bigger head tube, you can use a little bit larger down tube. So it gives you more surface area to weld to and that sort of thing. And on the Inglis's, have kind of got to the point where I have a nice, a nice curved back end, but it's a very subtle curve. So
I like how this goes down too.
And that's a throwback.
It's not abrupt or just straight.
And that's something from Retrotech's. I do them both the same. I actually started bending. On the chainstays themselves, I actually started bending them down and in so that you'd have heel clearance. So it actually curves in. You can't do it too much so that it hits the disc, but that way you have, like I find on my personal bikes, I end up rubbing the paint off right there. So I wanted to start making something that would have a little less of that. So they actually curve in and down. So. And that's it. And then they're constant diameter seat stays as well, so they don't actually taper down. Which is kind of a nice look. So.
Wonderful. Thank you.
That's it.